So I'm pretty sure it's a little obvious that my favorite game is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. That's like my favorite game, honestly. I feel like if you create any game where you could create your own character for like any anime game, like be Naruto or anything where you could create your own character, go on quest, and then have a little versus mode. Like when I tell you that shit kills my boredom, just cause I can literally just create scenarios in my head or whatever and just act it out in versus mode, right? Using my character as myself, like my little self-insert type shit. But you know, with Xenoverse 2 being out for so long, and I doubt there'll be a Xenoverse 3, but I did write this down as a Xenoverse 3. But for the most part, I mean it more so like, you know, the next time they create, you know, a game where you can create your own character, this is kind of how I would like it to go. I just realized I'm sitting mad far to the right. So anyways, I'm back from vacation. So, you know, I gotta make up for the lost time because these last 2 weeks, you know, I wasn't really editing or anything. So I was just like, okay, I'm about to just lock in on content creation. So if you haven't already, go ahead, drop a subscribe, you know, subscribe to the boy and comment down below what you think about what I'm about to come up with for everything. Give your own little ideas and all that stuff, right? So first things first, I used to play this one game. It's a fan-made Dragon Ball game. I doubt many of y'all would know it. It's like an MMO fan-made game. It's called Dragon Ball. No, it's called Dragon Universe. My fault. And they do this one thing where like you can create branching paths, right? Where upon reaching a certain level, you can talk to certain people that is in the world, and they'll give you access to new abilities essentially, and give you like passive traits to yourself now, like, you know, all sorts of stuff. So I started cooking up a little CAC system. Honestly, in my opinion, Saiyans are by far the most in-depth one, but that's because they're literally the main characters, so you know. But starting off, I did write down over here, I wrote this all down. I said each transformation will have a tailor-made quest to achieve it outside of just fighting, you know, Vegeta, for example. You know how when you reach level 40, you fight Goku and Vegeta, you get Super Saiyan, which gives you Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 all in one go. We're not doing that. No, you're gonna unlock each and every one of them transformations. You're gonna achieve it. That way it feels a bit more special. So starting off, Super Saiyan will be available at level 20. The quest will be fighting Frieza and Cooler, who tries to invade Canton City while Trunks is on a mission. You have to take the both of them on. Fighting the both of them will then push you to achieving Super Saiyan. Next up will be Super Saiyan 2, available at level 36. The quest will be fighting Bojack on his squad with Trunks on your side. Essentially, Bojack will be coming to Earth, trying to, like, current day Earth, not like Earth of the past or anything. This will be Bojack in the current day trying to conquer Earth. How did he get to Earth in the current day? Who knows? But this is him trying to do that, and it will be you and Trunks fighting off Bojack in the current day. Next up, we got Super Saiyan 3 at level 50. A scientist in Canton City is trying to create a cell-like android for training purposes. He accidentally makes it too strong, and he accidentally loses control of it, and it starts attacking patrollers in Canton City, causing you to fight him, and which the fight will push you to achieving Super Saiyan 3. Now, I put level requirements just because one thing I will say, so I'm the type of person that when I'm playing a game that has a lot of side quests, I like to do everything that's available to me in the moment before going on to the main quest. So usually when I play Xenoverse 2, I'm literally, like, when I'm playing through the story mode, I'm literally going through every single thing available to me, to the point where, like, for example, by the Ginyu Force saga where you're fighting the Ginyus, I'm like level 42 already. So I thought just having that to kind of like slow down your progression, because by the time I'm fighting the Ginyu Force, I'm Super Saiyan 3 already, which is kind of crazy. So, you know, that's kind of why I did that. There won't be as many side quests. Well, okay, maybe there will be. Who knows? Who knows? Actually, I have it that there's just as many side quests, but they won't give as much XP. So, like, you know, or maybe that's, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just talking about the CAC system right now. So this will be, once you unlock Super Saiyan 3, this will be when you approach your first branching path of the game, if you're a Saiyan. So there will be two paths available to you, the Primal route or the God route. The Primal route will give you, so each path will automatically give you like a permanent increase to stats and stuff like that, while also unlocking a different path for transformation. So the Primal path will increase your strike supers, give you faster ki regeneration, and automatically lowers the damage you take. That's not even transforming, like this is just passive for your character. The transformations unlocked will be Super Saiyan 4, full power Super Saiyan 4, that, you know, that form where it's not really a form, although the Dokkan or whatever treats it like a form. It's essentially when, you know, when Goku gets his ass beat and then he has Trunks, Gohan, Goten, and Pan all given their ki, he, you know, full power Super Saiyan 4. Kind of just that, except you don't really need them to do that. It's just a buffer version of Super Saiyan 4 essentially. And then Super Saiyan 4 Limit Broken, that's the form from Dragon Ball Heroes, that pink version of Super Saiyan 4 that Goku and Vegeta unlocked and stuff like that. The God Path will give you a small increase to both your ki and strike supers and faster stamina recovery, giving you Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and the evolved version of Super Saiyan Blue. I know it's called Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, I think it's called, but honestly I don't like calling it that. I just like calling it Evolved Super Saiyan Blue. That is kind of what it is. Anyways, for the Primal path, this will be available to you once you become level 50. So with this, you will see Dragon Ball GT's version of Bulma in Kanton City. You speak to her, it'll begin a quest line of you fighting Baby multiple times. The first time you're just fighting regular Baby. I want to say adult Baby, just because fighting Kid and Teen Baby will be kind of annoying. Plus I doubt devs would like to create Teen Baby, Kid Baby, you know. So just adult Baby. You fight adult Baby, he gets away. You get another one where you fight adult Baby once again, but with GT Vegeta, and halfway through the fight he does his ult, Vegeta gets damaged, he possesses Vegeta. And then the last one, and then you'll be fighting Baby Vegeta, who will then unlock Super Baby, you know, Super Baby 1, and yeah, he'll escape after the fight's done. And then the last quest will be you fighting Super Baby. Halfway through the fight he'll become Super Baby 2, and then that will push you to becoming a Super Saiyan 4, that mission will be unlocked at level 70. So if you're already level 70 before you even get to that mission, you gotta do the other missions so that you can get this. But the idea is you will get this mission at level 70. The next one is full power Super Saiyan 4. You will unlock it at level 85. The quest will be you fight Super 17 with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He absorbs both of you with Goku's ki, making him super duper powerful, in which Goku and the GT cast will give you their remaining ki, gifting you full power Super Saiyan 4. And last but not least, for the Primal path, we got Super Saiyan 4 Limit Broken. You unlock this at level 100. You get this while fighting Omega Shenron. Goku and Vegeta will continuously fail the fusion attempt from either Omega Shenron interrupting or just failing to sync their ki in time, in which Omega Shenron will hit them with his ult, and that will push you to Super Saiyan 4 Limit Broken. The God path. So after a certain level, probably around level 60ish, I would say, Beerus will come to Kanton City after hearing about a time patroller who has the potential to rival him. You'll then ask Shenron about this time patroller, revealing that it's actually you, and he'll then explain to you about the Super Saiyan God ritual, in which you need to have max friendship with the Saiyan mentors, that being Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Gotenks, and Pan. After then, you'll get Super Saiyan God, then you get to fight Beerus. This quest is unlocked at level 65. It's a little bit of a weaker transformation than Super Saiyan 4, which is why you'll get it a couple of levels earlier, well, 5 levels earlier. But still pretty cool transformation in my opinion, plus stronger Super Saiyan 3. Next up is Super Saiyan Blue at level 73. After you fight with Beerus, Whis will offer to train you. At this point, you'll decide if you want to train under Whis or train under Beerus. You'll go through 3 missions where 1, you'll just fight against whoever you decide to disciple under, that being Whis or Beerus. Another one where you spar against Goku, and then the last one where you spar against Goku and Vegeta, where halfway through the fight, all 3 of you unlock Super Saiyan Blue. Next up is the evolved version of Super Saiyan Blue, unlocked at level 90, so you gotta stay with Super Saiyan Blue as your peak for 17 levels. While training with Whis or Beerus, Belmont will arrive to Beerus's planet, saying he's heard they found a very strong apprentice, in which he'll then have you spar against Toppo. Your sparring match against Topo's gonna have 2 things. He's gonna have extremely high health, and he's also gonna have extremely reduced damage throughout the fight. Eventually, you'll push him to use his god of destruction form, in which he'll push you past your limits, causing you to evolve your Super Saiyan Blue. And then you have, you start doing normal damage against Topo and eventually win the fight, pretty much. Also, if you lose the fight, you don't unlock the transformation. That means you gotta do the quest all over again. That goes for every mission where you get to unlock a new form to, That's it for the Saiyans, honestly. Next up is the Frieza race. Their first branching path comes a lot earlier than the Saiyans branching path, which is essentially you can either go metal, mecha, or stay natural. At level 30, you'll be approached by Cooler or Frieza, essentially both of them. You just get to choose who you want to talk to. They'll ask to go on a mission to get revenge on Goku and Trunks. Well, if you go to Cooler, he'll ask for revenge on Goku and Vegeta. And if you go to Frieza, it'll be Goku and Trunks. If you accept the missions, after the mission, both of your bodies will be seriously damaged. And you'll either encounter the Big Getty Star if you sided with Cooler, and you'll become the metal version of you, or if you side with Frieza, you'll be discovered by their spaceship, both of you will then turn into a mecha version of yourself. Both forms will give you a very similar permanent stat increase, but future level ups will give you less attribute points. For example, you know how from I think level 1 to 39 you gain 3, and then 40 to 50 you gain 4. Essentially just remove 1. So normally you just get 2 stat points instead of 3, and then 3 instead of 4, and essentially just that. You'll just become slightly, you'll gain a stat boost, but your future level ups will just be a little bit, you just gain less attribute points per level up. And if you go natural, you'll gain the normal regular amount of stat points. The next thing for the Frieza race is the golden form. Originally I was gonna say you unlock your second, third, and final form, but I was just like, nah. Because then I don't know, maybe if y'all would like that, go ahead, comment that below. You would want to achieve your second, third, and final form. Just let me know down below if y'all want that. But essentially what I'll put next is you unlock the golden form at level 58. For the golden form, you'll receive it while fighting Goku, who will approach you in Kanton City after he's heard that there is a really strong descendant of Frieza who's in Kanton City. In the sparring match, you'll push Goku to Super Saiyan God, and then he'll push you to achieve your golden form, and then he'll go Super Saiyan Blue, and then you beat him. If you go metal or mecha, your golden form will have a higher stat increase than if you would have just stayed natural. Next up, we got the Namekians. First things first, so Namekians so far are, I want to say they're probably one of the easier races to level up, in my opinion. Well, in this future idea of a CAC system, a more in-depth one, but Namekians will be one of the easier races to train because they'll also have higher. Okay, let me just get into things. So first things first, Namekians, you'll receive the opportunity to merge with Nail at level 15. You'll get a small stat increase to every stat. Essentially, Nail will return to Gru's house after sustaining major damage from fighting with Slug. Believing that their people will be killed, Nail offers to merge with you. Doing so will give you a small stat increase and slightly change your aura, adding some white to the aura, kind of like how in Budokai 3. That's where I got the idea from. Next up is Fuse with Kami at level 28, another permanent stat increase given to you when Piccolo is nearly killed while fighting the androids. Piccolo in this timeline is refusing to fuse with Kami, even though they're most likely going to die. He's being very stubborn. And so then Kami will just decide to fuse with you instead, and you'll go fight androids 16, 17, and 18. Cell doesn't exist in this timeline. When you return to Kami's lookout in the future, Piccolo will be there mentoring Dende along with Piccolo. Shout out to that motorcycle that came out at the end of that sentence, man. Next up, you won't have a transformation with the Namekians for a long time until eventually you'll reach the Power Awakening transformation, that sort of yellowish form that Piccolo had. It was I don't want to say yellowish. It was kind of yellowish. You'll receive this transformation at level 95. Piccolo will approach you to help him fight the Gammas. He'll also tell you you're too weak to fight them, so then he'll offer to unlock your potential with Shenron, thus giving you Power Awakening. You'll then fight the Gammas. After that, 15 levels later, at level 110, Piccolo and Gohan will approach you about the Red Ribbon Army still lurking around. My fault. This timeline, Dr. Hedo discovered how to do time control. God damn, I can't speak today. This time Dr. Hedo discovered time travel and got Super 17 to fight along with Super Baby 2. Then halfway to fight, they'll awaken Cell Max, cause you transform to the orange you, and then halfway through the fight against Cell Max, Super Baby will get up and then go Grade A Baby. So you have 2 giants to fight. Next up, we got humans. It was actually one of the harder races for me to come up with, but honestly, I think what I came up was kind of cool. Essentially, they're the fastest race to level up, and they'll also give you the first kind of like stat increase at the earliest level compared to older races, that being the ability to awaken your third eye, kind of like Tien. It'll give you a small stat boost, and you also have the option to hide the third eye if you just don't want it, but you have the option to have a third eye. Essentially, that third eye will give you the passive of having the highest key regeneration out of most races. And also, after a certain I want to say by the time you reach the Android Saga, I don't know, well, by the time you reach the Android Saga in your playthrough, Dr. Gero will show up in Canton City, and then he'll offer to turn you into an android. This will give you a pretty decent permanent stamina boost. I haven't given y'all any stamina boost percentages or whatever, or like how much stat points it'll add, just because, to be honest, I don't know. I would have to balance everything out, you know, canonically, to make everything match, but at least for the stamina boost, you'll get a pretty decent one. I want to say it'll definitely give you one akin to like your boost for when you fuse with Kami. I'll say that. It will also change your grab to be hyper drain. That's the one that steals 1 bar key and 1 bar stamina from your opponent. Moving on, next and last, we got the Majins. Majins will have, so in my opinion, they'll have the most transformations. Well, maybe, yeah, definitely, actually, yeah. So essentially, that's because their transformations probably gonna be the easiest, but essentially their transformations will be Absorb Piccolo, Absorb Goten. This is all separate, by the way. Absorb Piccolo, Absorb Goten, Absorb Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, Vegito, Gogeta, Beerus, Whis, Zamasu, Future Trunks, Full Power Jiren, Frieza, Golden Frieza, and Cell. Each form will give you unique stats, unique passives, and all that stuff. Just give them a whole bunch of, all you gotta do is just change their top. That's literally it. Just change their top, maybe their little head antenna, and there you go. You got a shit ton of transformations for Majins. This also goes for female Majins as well. So these are kind of like transformations I thought of that just anyone could use, because, you know, obviously if you play as like a human, you'll have a severe disadvantage to like a Saiyan that got like 30 transformations. But I came up with transformations that everyone could just use. So we got Villainous Mode, Few will be in Canton City, assuming we haven't like killed him off or anything, but Few will be in Canton City. All you gotta do is get 10 Demon Realm shards. I think that's what it's called, Demon Realm crystals, whatever it's called. Get them shits, get 10 of them, give it a few, you got Villainous Mode. You want Super Villainous Mode, give him 20. Ultra Super Villainous Mode, that name is still ridiculous, give him 30. And then they most likely, if this is like a Xenoverse 3, they're most likely gonna come up with a new Villainous Mode for the game. So 40, you get the new one. Next up, we got Unlock Potential. All you gotta do is just defend Gru's house 7 times. It's a transformation, gives you some passives, I haven't decided on what yet, and a small stat boost. No drain to your key, just a little transformation. Then we got Potential Unleashed. This is the Elder Kai version. The only requirement will be just maximize your friendship with Gohan and also future Gohan, because yeah, this is most likely unlockable after the first part of the Buu Saga, because that's around the time when you would probably unlock, you know, Buu Saga Gohan as a mentor. And then we have Ultra Instinct Sign. You have to be level 105 to get this transformation, and it also become Whis Disciple. After that, Ultra Instinct at level 120. The only requirement is literally just the level up, because by that point you're already Whis' disciple and you already got Ultra Instinct Sign, so there you go. And the next thing, we have Beast at level 122, the Beast transformation. Just maximize friendship with Gohan and Piccolo by level 122. And then next up, we got Ultra Ego, which you get at level 125. The only requirement is you gotta become Beerus' disciple. So, you know how earlier I said the God Path with the Saiyans? So idealistically, you will get the option to reach this path by the time you're in the Battle of God Saga, but this will be available to everyone. Essentially, choosing whichever one of the two will just give you, you know, passive abilities to your character, like off rip, while also giving them a small stat increase. And then eventually, when you reach the levels to, you know, receive these transformations, then you receive these transformations. So when you become Whis' disciple, it'll give you like increased stamina generation and higher durability, meaning you take less damage from each hit. And then when you become Beerus' disciple, he flat out just gives you Hakai moves, like a Hakai beam, a Hakai ball, a Hakai ultimate. Just essentially that's how you'll get your Hakai moves, and then also increases your max health. And Ultra Ego, it grants you increased durability, so you take less damage with each hit. Initially, when you transform, you don't gain any increase to any of your stats outside of just like durability, but the more damage you take, the stronger, so you'll just gain more stats, you know, based off how much damage you keep taking. When you heal yourself, that increased stat doesn't reset. Instead, it just keeps stacking on. So essentially, at some point, you know, if you still keep healing yourself, you'll eventually start reaching one hit KO status, meaning you'll start one-shotting everyone. That's pretty much everything I wrote down for how I'd like the CAC system to be in Xenoverse 2. Obviously, the max level, I said Xenoverse 2, I mean Xenoverse 3. Obviously, the max level will be 140. We're going to start off at 140, or whatever is the max level that Xenoverse 2 ends up with. That will be the max level for the base Xenoverse 3. If they want to add more with future DLCs, go ahead. But this is essentially what I would like for the game to go. Like, if we're not going to add any new races, then just go all in on like CAC, like, you know, just make it more replayable. Because if you're going to have it that we can't, you know, if you create a new character, you got to do the story mode all over again. At least have some replayability where we can now choose different paths for like different transformations instead of just playing the game all over again. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would do instead, and what sort of things would you implement only for the CAC system. If y'all want, we could do a story mode video right after that, like explaining, well, not explaining, but like coming up with like a story mode kind of synopsis, I guess. But I mean, yeah, go ahead, comment down below what y'all think.